Let me tell you a story about love. Not the kind you see in movies, but the kind that sneaks up on you when you least expect it. I used to think love was all about grand gestures and butterflies in your stomach. You know, like those picture-perfect moments we see on social media. But life has a funny way of teaching us what really matters. It was an ordinary Tuesday when I saw her. Not at a fancy restaurant or a glamorous party, but at a local grocery store at 11 p.m. She was wearing mismatched socks and an oversized sweater, carefully inspecting a box of cereal like it held the secrets of the universe. We didn't have a magical first conversation. Actually, we argued about whether the last box of Lucky Charms on the shelf was rightfully hers or mine. Neither of us got it in the end. An elderly lady swooped in and took it while we were debating. That made us both laugh, and somehow we ended up at a 24-hour diner sharing cold coffee and slightly stale pie. She had a way of making even fluorescent lighting feel romantic. What followed wasn't a whirlwind romance. Instead, it was something better. A slow, steady building of moments. Movie nights where we fell asleep halfway through. Morning coffee runs in our pajamas. Silent understanding during tough days. Inside jokes that made no sense to anyone else. The real magic wasn't in the big moments, though we had those too. It was in the tiny things. How she always remembered to buy my favorite brand of toothpaste. How she laughed at my terrible puns. How she knew exactly when I needed space or a hug. You see, love isn't always about fireworks and dramatic declarations. Sometimes it's about finding someone who makes the ordinary extraordinary. Someone who turns random Tuesday nights into memories you'll treasure forever. She taught me that love isn't just a feeling. It's a choice you make every day. To be patient when they're grumpy, to listen when they need to vent, to forgive the small mistakes and celebrate the tiny victories. 5 years later, we still argue about who saw that box of Lucky Charms first. But now we have our own box in our shared kitchen, and somehow that feels like the biggest victory of all. Real love, I've learned, isn't about finding someone perfect. It's about finding someone who makes the imperfect moments perfect in their own way. And sometimes, the best love stories start in the most unexpected places, like aisle 7 of a grocery store at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night.